What is up, Coradics? In this video, we'll be talking about the changes and additions that came with the new Mansion DLC update, A Safehouse in the Hills. I will leave the link to the Rockstar Games newswire and patch notes down below in the pinned comment if you'd like to check it out for yourself. But anyways, let's get started with some of the obvious and major additions and then work our way to the more detailed stuff. Also, the additions that are exclusive to current-gen consoles and PC Enhanced will be discussed at the end of the video. So first off, we of course have the new mansions that are on a brand new website called Pre-Luxury Real Estate. There are 3 mansions to choose from, and you can actually purchase all 3 of them if you want to. They range from a base price of $11.5 million to a max price of $12.8 million. Plus, of course, you do have upgrades, and those can go well over $5 million for each one. So these mansions can get pricey pretty fast if you decide to buy all 3. Now, these mansions have a ton of features, including a 20-car garage, 2 different pets to choose from, a cat or a dog, a gym, arcade, nightclub, and more. I mean, there's a lot. I did make a dedicated video going over every single feature of the mansion with a walkthrough, which I'll leave linked down below in the pinned comment as well if you guys haven't seen that yet, because there's a lot that the mansions have to offer. We also have 5 brand new Avi missions called No Way Out, which you can do these by visiting the yellow A on the map. After completing all 5, you'll then be able to do the Michael mission, which is called Home Sweet Home. However, to do that Michael mission, you must own a mansion. And it does make sense because you see Michael when you first purchase the mansion, and then you see him again for that last bonus mission after all the Avi missions. Plus, we also have a new mission job creator that's been added with various tutorials as well in the pause menu, which shows you examples. This is a huge addition for the community, as we can basically create our own heist now, essentially. It's going to be crazy to see what the community creates over the coming weeks and months. I'm very excited for that. Anyway, in free mode, Rockstar has added the self-driving Vivinite taxis under a new company called No Way, which of course is a parody of Waymo, which is pretty funny. Sadly, you can't drive them, but it's still pretty cool to see them driving around the map. In free mode, a getaway driver random event has been added, so players can aid in a robbery in progress to earn money in RP in the game. Basically, you take the robber to his safe house. And a big shout out to Arthur for the background footage of this. Now, for vehicles, we received 3 new vehicles for day 1 content, which are the Fister Extreme, the Grotti GT750, and the Sentinel XS4. Plus, there are 7 drip feed vehicles, which I made a separate video covering them in detail if you guys haven't seen that. And remember that 2 of those vehicles are available early for GTA Plus members, which are the Vapid FMJ Mark V and the Progen Luiva from the Vinewood Car Club. And then Rockstar will officially make them available to all players next week on the 18th. However, for those of you who've seen my previous videos, Rockstar actually didn't blacklist these vehicles in the LS CarMate, so if you have a friend that owns them, you can actually buy it from them in the LS CarMate early, even if you don't have GTA Plus. Plus, we also have 4 vehicles receiving drift tuning in the drip feed as well. So that means that including the drip feed, we have a total of 10 new purchasable vehicles for this entire DLC, which really isn't all that great for a December DLC, if I'm being honest, especially with the hype around this update and 2 trailers and everything. But anyway, moving on to the more detailed stuff. Rockstar has added 19 previously removed website cars back to the website, which is the same thing they did with the last 2 DLCs. And they've also given them the available Amani Tech missile lock-on jammer as well. Plus, another 14 vehicles have received the missile lock-on jammer too. And also, which this is great, 15 non-weaponized aircraft can now have the missile lock-on jammer applied in your hangar, which is great, but it can get pretty pricey because that's $400,000 a piece. Anyway, the name of the Annis Hardy has been changed to the Annis Hardy Way, which is kind of funny. This is supposedly a mistake due to an issue with the game being confused with the same street name called Hardy Way, so this will probably be fixed in the next DLC or maybe in a patch. Anyway, the Coquette D5 God Mode armor and Windows bug has finally been fixed after literally a year. They forgot to patch it in the last DLC, so it's good that they finally decided to fix it. The cop outfit issue where they wouldn't allow you to save them when you had a hat has been fixed. 4 new actions have been added, which are mostly cop themed. So we have Flash Badge, Wasn't Me, Baton Twirl, and Tactical Salute. Those are awesome. Players will now be given $500 when you like or dislike a job, not just 50 RP like before, so I guess that's pretty good. The odd job blips have been changed to a cyan color, and they also have been added to the map blip options area as well, so you can hide them if you want. The vehicle website now has a popular tab. Before it used to be called featured and would display the newest vehicles available. Well, now I guess you can see what are the most popular vehicles that players have been purchasing. Moving on to casino heist changes, where we have some changes to the gunman that you hire. So Gustavo Motis' cut has been lowered to 8%. It was 9% before. Not that it matters since most players use the cheapest gunman anyway. Also, Patrick McCreary is now available for everyone. Before, to unlock him, you had to do a free mode event, but it was very buggy, so Rockstar just unlocked him permanently now. Anyway, continuing to the editions that are only for current gen, which is PS5, Xbox Series X/S, and PC Enhanced. So Rockstar has updated the Career Progress menu business section to include the new No Way Out AVI missions. For GTA Plus members, they have added a Manage Staff Members option in the Vinewood Club app, so you can send staff members to source product for you right from your phone without having to go to the actual business. This is a great addition, but it's really unfortunate that Rockstar is locking this convenience feature behind GTA Plus. And lastly, they fixed a ton of bugs and glitches for all the businesses, missions, loading screens where you would get stuck on black screens, properties, and more. Again, I will leave a link to the full patch notes down below in the pinned comment if you guys want to see those for yourself. But again, I didn't cover every little change in this video, but I did cover most of the major ones. Anyways, guys, I hope this was helpful. Let me know down below in the comments what your favorite additions/changes are for the Safehouse in the Hills Mansion DLC update. Personally, I think it's a pretty decent DLC, especially with how close we are to GTA 6, even though it was delayed again. But the lack of cars and not a single luxury car in a mansion DLC is pretty shocking. However, I do believe we will be getting a part 2 to this DLC because Mr. Faber does give us a call after we finish the Michael mission, sort of teasing the next DLC, saying that we're going to be talking to him again soon.
There was something of a disturbance at your lovely home. I just wanted to assure you that that unfortunate incident had nothing whatsoever to do with me. I have nothing but the greatest respect for you and your work. I'm sure we're going to go on to do great things together. I'll be in touch soon. Yes.
Pretty obvious there. Rockstar probably maybe cut this DLC in half. It sort of feels that way. It feels a little incomplete in some ways, especially with the vehicles. But yeah, anyways, guys, hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.